Dear brothers and sisters, on this last Sunday of the liturgical year A, we celebrate the solemnity of Christ the King. In a world filled with various forms and types of leadership and authority, we look to Jesus as our true King, the one who reigns with love, compassion, and selflessness. The Gospel passage from Matthew chapter 25 presents a powerful image of Christ as the ultimate King and Judge. He separates the sheep from the goats, not based on their wealth, status, or achievements, but on their acts of love and mercy. The King we honor is one who identifies himself with the hungry, thirsty, stranger, naked, sick, and imprisoned. He calls us to recognize his presence in the list of our brothers and sisters. Ezekiel's prophecy paints a picture of God as the Good Shepherd caring for his flock. It reminds us that our King is not distant or indifferent, but deeply involved in our lives. He seeks out the lost, binds up the injured, and strengthens the weak. Our Shepherd King knows each one of us by name and desires that none of us should be lost. As we reflect on these readings, we are challenged to examine our lives. Do we recognize Christ as our King and allow Him to reign in our hearts? Do we follow His example of humble service and selflessness in our leadership roles, within our families, communities, and our workplaces? In a world that often values power, wealth, and success, Christ's kingship stands in stark contrast. He reigns not by force, but by love. He leads not by arrogance, but with humility. He serves not for personal gain, but for the well being of others. This is the kind of leadership that our world desperately needs. As we honor Christ the King, let us surrender our lives to his loving rule. Let us allow him to be the King of our hearts, guiding us in the acts of kindness, compassion, and love. Let us be a community that serves the least among us, recognizing the presence of our King in their faces.